Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 117. We in the building. You ain't know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Breezy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yes. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all doing out there?
Yes. You already know how this goes. Please follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If you need branded deals, business opportunities, please email us at thismightnotgo@gmail.com. And if you are listening to this on Apple or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star and a review because that helps out with the algorithms. Okay, episode 117. We here. Let's do our weekly check-in, brother. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good today. I feel like we tried to do this before, but they'll never hear that part. So I'm feeling good. Definitely had an amazing therapy session. Had an amazing opportunity fall into my lap. I guess my work has spoke for itself, whether some people believe it or not.
Yes, you worked for it.
Yeah,
bring yourself up.
So definitely got a career changing opportunity. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But I wanted to harp back on my therapy session for just a minute. So it's gonna be a little, you said they like when we do that deep shit. Like when we go deep. No, see, that's how you know having fun. But me and my therapist were talking about just like life and progress, the opportunity, just things of that nature. And we whittled down life to just life is just a series of wins and losses, right? And that can mean a lot of different things. And we go in cycles. You're gonna have good times, you're gonna have bad times. You're gonna have some wins that in the short term look like wins that in the long term, maybe they're not so much. You're gonna have some losses that in the short term might seem like, all right, this is the worst thing ever. And in the long term, it's like, oh no, that actually did benefit me in the long term. You find a way to win through it, work through it, right? So I've been fixated on that because I'm like, with my 30 years, that still hurts to say. I told my kids I was 30. They was like, damn. I was like, you little bitches. But, to have 30 years and to come up, and I guess what the word would be, not the status quo in the sense of like, wasn't in the streets, wasn't, to be able to have a career, not really get in too much trouble, to be able to have opportunities to travel, to do a lot of things that like for the I guess I don't want to say average black person, but things that like, a generation before us wasn't really able to do.
To be honest with you can even brought it out to average American because even people from different races didn't get to experience some of the stuff that we got to experience.
That's offending. But then you think about it as just black men. So to be in that space, and then now, we're like, well, what you always think you could be doing better. Like you always look at like how the world's going. Like the funny thing is like when we say things like, oh damn, we came up in the era of you had to just get a job with some benefits and you was straight, and then people was making hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars playing video games. It's like, damn, we was like 5 to 10 years away from just being in that era, like, what we could do anything kind of situation, But it's not necessarily a loss. Like you won the game that you were taught to play, but you also realize that you can do a lot of things now, right? So I'm fixated. I'm like, so I wonder, like, how do you deal with your wins and losses? Like, I guess that's my opening question for today.
Oh man, comparison is the thief of joy. I suffer from that as anyone else. Like it's hard not to compare yourself, especially because I would say before social media, you only really had like your general area. Like you always had like an idea, like probably like let's say entertainment industry. The entertainment industry or those people in that are doing very well back in the days, but you never really had. I feel like due to social media, the reach is global now. So when you used to just compare yourself probably to your town or city, now you kind of compare yourself to the world. And that is so difficult to even think of because it's like, it's really hard to even like put yourself up against other people in different categories, in different categories. So So I had to stop doing that myself. So back to the balance of wins and losses, I just try to be internally grateful. And one thing that my therapist always told me is, Brian, stop minimizing yourself. And I think that's something that helps me out with the balance, because sometimes I always think that other people's problems are more significant than mine, or other people's achievement. Not other people's achievements more significant than mine, but I downplay myself. And you have to have a healthy ego in the balance. Having a healthy ego and a healthy pride helps out with the balance, because sometimes you just got to talk your shit sometimes. You got to talk your shit as a person. Like, yo, like you said, I got to travel to these places. Got my master's. You're about to go get a letter certification to big yourself up. You feel me? You're not dependent on no one. You got your own bread. Like, you could go purchase some things. You don't have to, you got to talk yourself. Now, granted, there's a balance within that talking your shit, but I feel like my answer to that question is having a balanced ego, so it can make you strive for more, but also remind you of your accomplishments.
I dig that. We were talking, something that came to my mind too. I was like, yo, I feel like my best when the people around me is doing their thing. But I think that I also, this is gonna be weird. I guess this is again another side note. I feel like I had I don't even know if it was a traumatic experience, but it's something that I look back to. I'm not gonna go into the experience, but a moment early on in freshman year of high school where I really changed the way that I saw myself. I think I always had I've been candid. I said I've always had this idea of not thinking as highly of myself as I probably should, or thinking about my capabilities in that way, and not putting myself in spaces that I probably could thrive in. But it's just all right, I'm Shikamaru. If you watch Naruto, that's such a drag. I don't want to do this shit, or it's mad work. I don't want to put myself in those positions. But just to be in a position seeing all your friends eating, providing you. I find I'm the first. I'm the first nigga to find something out, and I'll share it with everybody. I don't gatekeep. But it's just also, did I go through it myself? And it's you see people doing great things. It's dope. I could do it. And it's I feel like I've always held myself back. So I feel like I could have won more, but I'm also scared of losing. If that makes sense. I have a fear of loss. And I think that has made me influence a lot of my decision making over my 30 years.
Do you think that fear increase as you get older? I feel like that happens with me.
Yo, as I got older, I don't give a fuck. Not saying I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck in general. But it's I stopped caring. Because I realized that I've been very fortunate in life to have a lot of opportunities come my way because of the things that I thought were a problem, like being a nice guy, being helpful, putting others in a position to win. Yo, come with me. Let's go through this together. Let's join this. Let's try this. I got this chance. Not gatekeeping, right? And in my moments of loss, sometimes I'll be frustrated. Did I have to bring people with me through this, or did I have to put this person here or this, that? But it's that was always a negative trait, right? But I think, again, in the last 5 years, and especially in the last 18 months, I have definitely been in that space where it's yo, I don't mind putting myself in these spaces. Or if I get in the space, it's just fuck it, I'm going to do it. And I think my thing too is I can kind of read the situation, know how much I can give, and then I can do just this much, and it'll still be better than most people's. It's not to be cocky.
Yes.
But it's damn, imagine if I actually took this shit serious. And I think that became a character trait. So I think in that regard, I don't get harder on myself about the losses, but I'm definitely I could win a lot more.
Oh, I agree with that heavily. I do. I try to live by the no regrets, and I end up having a lot of regrets. So I definitely agree with you on that. What I mean by as you get older, does that fear grow? I feel like as I get older and I start acquiring more stuff, I have more stuff to lose compared to, because I remember, I think I said this probably 20 or 30 episodes ago about how I miss being impulsive. Yeah, you did. And how I miss just doing stuff without the thought. And I realized, that's because now I have things to lose. I have, it's not, I'm not in a position of where my back against the wall. So it gets harder, and you grow a fear of taking risks. But like you said, life is just a series of moments of ups and downs. So you just got to take that risk. Now, granted, everybody who's listening, try to do as best as you can with any type of research on any risk that you're going to take. But what I think I'm learning right now is taking more risk. Because at the end of the day, you only have one life. That's the thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. The cliches that I've been hearing all my life, I see why.
Why they pop up from old niggas? Because they've lived it.
Yeah.
you tell young people that shit. I had a conversation with a kid the other day. He had a moment he's a quiet. He reminds me of me in a sense of like his demeanor. Like he's clearly, if he wanted to be, he could be so much more. But he's confident and comfortable in his space. He's quiet. He reserved. He can be with he can blend in any group. When they make jokes and he doesn't have, his ego doesn't prevent him from being in the joke. And I think it also limits his boundary. So apparently like he got mad, he threw a chair or something. Like a little girl smacked him. He like threw a chair. I wasn't in the room. I heard about it. But then they say, oh, holla at him. So I told to the kid, I'm like, yo, bro, what's going on with you? And first he was like, oh, nothing. I'm cool. I just pushed the chair out the room. But then when we talked about it, I was like, yo, man, like, you gotta do these things because like no one's going to do it for you. You know, you gotta have these conversations. You gotta be able to open up. Because if you don't draw those boundaries, then it's going to be a lot of times you're going to let things happen that don't need to happen. You're going to take a lot more losses than you need to take, and you're not going to know how to deal with it, especially at this age, right? I was like, I didn't start learning how to deal with this shit till I was like 23, 24. You feel me? So even being able to have those conversations and in part, like, yo, bro, like, yo, you know, every door that closed and all that other shit I was saying, like, it was authentic in the moment. I'm like, yo, this is real shit. And even a 14-year-old might not want it. Or he's 13 and almost dunking and shit. And I was just like, damn. Like,
yeah.
And it's just like,
he's not going on here none of that stuff.
Yeah,
but
it's like he was
shit got truth to it.
Yeah, and it's like you just get to that point. It's like, well, you know, how do I manage this? Because I'm like, you're going to have it forever. I think the coolest thing my therapist said was like, yo, every time you lost and you can feel like you're losing for months, even years sometimes. And once you, I don't want to say accept it, but you normalize whatever the experience was, a win comes. You know, and like it's an opportunity. I applied for it. I didn't think I was going to, not necessarily I didn't think I was going to get it, but I understood if I didn't get it. You know, I understood what I've shown in my profession and what I could have shown versus what I don't show all the time, you know, and what I could grow in. I know myself. And the moment I had a rough week and I even like a rough couple days or whatever, and I was really down on myself, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This happened. We learn from it. You make the changes. And as soon as I had that epiphany, boom, email and inbox. Congratulations. You get this opportunity. And I'm like, oh shit, you know? And it's just like, that's just how it goes. It's like, all right, a lot of this shit for the last year, he's like, you reflect on it. I was like, it don't matter. It happens. Things happen. Things hurt.
I think one thing is important is identifying the wins and losses. Sometimes I think sometimes we misidentify what a loss is, and we kind of misidentify what a win is. Sometimes I feel like oftentimes like you said, you could go through a month of bad losses that you deem that are losses, but a win does come by. Now you just have to make sure that you're aware that it is a win. Because oftentimes when you're like in dark spaces, you can't fathom unless it's like a big win that can like destroy all the losses that you just acquired. But sometimes what I realize with me is the small wins count. Even though I'm going through stuff either from work, from personal and stuff, but like just recently, one of my Neos got into grad school off of my recommendation. Not necessarily a win for me, is a huge win for him, but he came and told me, big bro, I got into that program that you wrote me for. That was a small win for me. That made me feel happy. And I was like, I was feeling down that week. And then come a lot of situations, one of my other Neos hit me up for a recommendation as well. So now it's just kind of like, even though it's not that win, it's not really impacting my life or changing the trajectory of my life per se in a huge way, but me understanding that I have an impact or I'm able to help someone was a small win for me. And I think identifying those small wins can help you up to the big wins. That's
offending. And I think even like I was reading something just now, I was like, oh, well, how the wins and losses, like you help your friends do wins and losses. Like, you just gotta be there. You just gotta listen. You gotta talk. Sometimes I realize, you know what the craziest shit is? Sometimes the motherfucker just needs you to listen. They don't need to answer. They might be thinking they want to answer, but sometimes a lot of times for the shit you go through, you have an answer, you know? So you like even like, and then I said last year was a tough year for me. It was in one specific area. The other areas is popping. And sometimes you be like, oh shit, you're so blinded by that one area, you can't even see, you know? So to be in these positions that we are in as, now 30-year-old black men who are in their professions, and I know people, we talk about the podcast, like I don't put my face out there just because of the profession, for real. But it's like, we have done a lot, and you see how the world is changing, and you're just like, there's so much more we can do. And it's going to be so many more losses we're going to take. It's going to be so many more wins we're going to make. And, and it's all just a matter of, that understanding of how those things flow. So, I guess that was a fun 15-minute soliloquy. But we could go into this deeper another time. But let's go switching to the check-in. How you feeling? What's going on with you?
My check-in, I didn't really have too much this week. This week was really not too crazy. I'm just going through the motions. Shout out to the chiropractor. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold being in line with your body helps out with a lot of other stuff. So shout out to the chiropractor. But yeah. We could go to the Mother's Day recap. So we didn't get to say this the last episode, but happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You feel me? Shout outs to y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all Mother's Day. Hopefully y'all got the love and respect that y'all deserve. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to your mama. You got anything you want to say?
No, just definitely love to moms. I think that my mother's probably one of I don't want to say small, because there's definitely a lot of people that definitely think I can do more than I think I can do. But she's probably the first one that I think of when it comes to like just telling me to go do stuff. She's never stunted my growth in any particular way. And I think that's something I appreciate. I think that a lot of people in your life can have, their version or desire. Now, my mother has never said you have to be this, you have to go do this. She just wanted me to be a good person. She just wanted me to she wanted me to go through whatever I was going through. She would offer advice, and she would fall back and let me figure it out. And she always knew if she figured it out, I'll be the first to tell her she was right. So I appreciate her for creating that space for me. I appreciate her for showing me the blueprint for what I feel a woman should be. Because I feel like you can't walk a mile in my mother's shoes, and there's nothing I'm trying to be around. I think all the women in my life, romantically, friendship wise, I see elements in them that my mom made important to me. So definitely appreciate her for being that role model. She did play daddy. She played mommy and daddy. So definitely appreciate you and love you, Mom.
Oh man, that's dope. Yeah, my mom, she taught me to get it done at the end of the day, no matter what it takes. Her tenacity, even though we butt heads because we kind of differ in certain elements, but her tenacity and her nature always told me to go get it. That, hey, if you want it, you gotta go get it. Nobody's gonna give you no handouts, and also you like mothers are one of the, if you do have a great mom, are one of the first people to give you unconditional love. No matter how stupid shit I did in high school, come home drunk, all that stupid shit that I used to do as young, I always know that my mom is always in my corner, and she would drop anything to help me. So shout out to you, mama. Love ya.
Also, shout out to our friends that are having babies too, because I'm like, they moms now too. So
that's a fact. Actually, it's so weird to see. Like, I used to turn up with your mom. Your mom used to be twerking and drinking, and now she over here breastfeeding. Shout out to you.
Shout out to my godson's mother, man.
Oh yeah. Shout out to, we had some mothers on the show. Shout out to Jazz. You feel me? She got 2 kids now. Shout out to Jazz of all trades. I think that's the only mom we had on the show, to be honest with you.
They might have been hiding the kids. You never know.
But shout out to my LS Destiny. You feel me?
Praise. Shout out to Praise.
Shout out to Praise. I didn't even make a whole list, but if you got kids and shout out to y'all, you feel me? Keep doing what y'all gotta do. And I'm glad, one thing, this is a little toxic. I'm glad that I didn't really see too many. Maybe they do this at Father's Day, but I didn't really see any mom doing that whole I'm the mom and the father post on Instagram. Maybe they do on Father's Day, but I didn't see it, so I was happy to see that.
Yeah, because
celebrate the femininity.
Yeah, Mother's Day is their day, so they're gonna do it. Father's Day, you gonna see it.
Okay, so maybe I might retract that in June, but shout out to y'all mothers. Y'all play the most important role in a child's life. Like, now, granted, I come from the belief that both parents play an intricate part, but mothers, you feel me? Yeah, the love that y'all show and the support. You know, sometimes them kids piss you off. Oh, and shout out to my sister too. Shout out to my blood sister. You feel me, Jeannie? You know, it was your birthday this past 2 days ago. You feel me? And she's a mother as well. Shout out to all my other sisters out here too. You feel me? Leslie, Vanessa. You feel me? Tracy. Love y'all to death. You feel me? Y'all great mothers. And, you know, thank y'all for getting the parents off my back because, you know, I'm at the age now where the parents are looking at me and I'm just like, y'all have enough grandkids. Y'all don't need my ass to be giving y'all grandkids now. Let me be.
It's different.
Have you started getting that recently?
Oh, yes. Yes. I don't even get into that shit. I thought I was getting an announcement. Leave me alone, woman.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, no, you got, they gave you grandkids. No, but I need you to. Negro, let especially my dad. I'm like, hey, brother, man, let me rock. Let me enjoy my life. But all right, let's get on to the news for this week. So this just happened. We want to send our condolences to the family of Jim Brown, the legendary football player, civil rights activist. He passed away on Thursday at the age of 87. Oh man, there's not enough to say about James Brown. You feel me? Not only he's known for his great football skills, but his civil rights activist supersedes him. And man, we're losing our legends. But you know, I'm glad we lost him off of old age. And you know, hopefully, you know, they can give more lessons of his contribution to not only to the football game, but to civil rights.
Absolutely, definitely sending condolences and healing energy to his family, but we gotta appreciate the legacy. I think that's what you want. You want to leave behind something where people can go back and say, "Oh, Jim Brown did what needed to be done for the people. He wasn't just a man of his craft, but he cared about people." And I think that's what legacy is all about. So, R.I.P. to that man.
Now, on to good news. But it is great news. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. So his daughter released a statement saying that her dad is recovering. I remember last episode we was talking about his condition might be worsening. Turns out that was a lie, and he is playing picket ball in one of the best facilities for recovery. And you know, him and his daughter also announced they're going to have a new game show in 2024. So that's the good news. What I'm pissed off about the whole Jamie Foxx situation, Slick, is all these blog sites such as Daily Loud and their misinformation and putting that out there and had us scared last week, bro. We was really scared. We was over here like, damn, Jamie Foxx, we can't lose him. He's a legend. He still got more to offer. And it turned out they was reporting bad news. So what's your thoughts?
I think we live in a clickbait society. And I think that, I forgot what celebrity said it, but essentially now it's not a matter of what the story is true. It's just who can get it out first. So a lot of times you get these salacious stories that come out, and it's just like, oh, it's a clickbait. Or it might be like 10% the truth and you just make up the rest of it. And it's dangerous because it's like you're playing with people's lives, playing with people's fans who really care about these people. We know fandemonium is crazy in this era, you know? So I think it's just, again, a lot of media people, journalists who are not classically trained, you know? they cousin the plug or the security guard and telling us something, so they write a little story, you know? It's really unfortunate, and I really hope that we can move away from that. I think we can get back to real reporting, but I think that the idea that celebrity culture has become so massive and it almost supersedes whatever else is happening in the world for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this person's in the hospital. We don't have any news. It must be bad. Oh, let's put this out. Or, you know, this person's wearing baggy clothes. They must be pregnant. Or, you know, they were seen arguing in the club. They must have had fought and he got jumped and da-da-da-da-da. So it's really one of those things where you kind of just like, as a sane and in the know person, it's like you got to read everything with a grain of salt until an official comment comes out.
And one thing I'm pissed off about, but I want to give a shout out to Kev on Stage. You feel me? Shout out to Kev on Stage. When this happened, he went on his Twitter and he exposed some of the blog sites that was reporting on news. And I realized how many of these blog sites that are dedicated to hip hop or black culture are run by white folks. So you had the Daily Loud run by white folks, Rap TV run by white folks, My Mixtape run by white folks, and Rap House TV run by, he's not white, but he's not black. I don't want to diagnose his race, but he's not black. So you have some of these prominent Twitter accounts discussing black culture, and they are not run by people from the culture. And that needs to be stopped, because I've seen some of their tweets come along in the For You page that Twitter now has, which I don't know how I feel about that yet, but they be reporting a lot of stuff and a lot of negativity. And I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I mean, but black news sells. Our celebrities are the most visible, the most accessible. Even when you got a number one, the best song or the best movie or the best album or the best whatever in the country, they still treat you like you a regular folk on the internet, So it's easy to get content. So they're not gonna stop.
Now on to stupid news. NBA DumBoy, or should I say Ja Morant, back at it again after 2 months of serving his 8-game suspension. My boy went back on live. Not on his live this time, on his friend's live. Turning up to NBA Youngboy in the car and flashing a gun. Since then, Memphis Grizzlies suspended him from all team activities. Nike has taken his shoe off the website, and you had Adam Silver in shocked. What's your thoughts on this whole situation?
This might be another short soliloquy. I don't want to say I'm not as mad. I understand the stories of Ja Morant. I think it's just a matter of like you giving these young boys millions, and they don't know consequences. It's like these kids today. There's no they don't know accountability because they don't have to be accountable. The opportunity to correct Ja's behavior was when he first had the incident. But of course, what do? And I'm guilty of it as a pseudo authority figure in my position to the students I teach. Right? You don't want to throw the hammer, so you have the conversation. You say you're serving a 20-game suspension with time served, so it's really only 6 games that you really got. And then we have these PR firms who what is his job? To protect these million, 100 million, these 9, 10, 11-figure clients. Like, oh, you fucked up? Cool. Go to rehab, make a statement, get low. He didn't really learn anything from the last time.
Only spent 2 weeks in the rehab place.
Supposedly. And what do you rehabbing of? Like mental, well, that's the question. Like, oh, I showed a gun in the strip club. What's the rehab for? Like, you think about the situation. What am I rehabbing? It's just it's an word for I'm just going to go on a quick vacation, right? And this time it's just like, bro, it's your man's live. Even though it's 100 people, nigga, you Ja Morant. Somebody gonna catch you lacking. And it was to the point by the time I had seen the video, it was 13 seconds up. It's like, niggas was on you. He's like, the niggas gave you the timestamp when the video dropped. And the response, the TV producers and pundits, oh, we don't support his sneakers, he's an idiot. They took his sneakers off the apps. Nike itself took his apparel off their app, right? Adam, like you said, Adam Silver is pissed. Because it's like, yo, bro, we talked about it. And I think there's no bigger form of disrespect to somebody than when we have a conversation about something and you just do it. It's like if I tell a kid to sit down and not throw the pencil, and since they think I'm not looking, they stand up and throw the pencil again. It's like, all right, look, now you got whatever the consequence may be. Ja Morant's about to get at least 30 to 50 games. I wouldn't be shocked if they gave him a full season and then they go to arbitration, or the players union takes it up to, they come back to league on it and it comes down to like 50 games. Just on the strength of like the thing is, you're like, you like to say, and you've said it many times, you are making the money, you're a person, but now you work for a corporation. And they're trying to make you the face of that corporation. Even though, as talented as he is, I don't think he's a top 10 player. He can be. I don't think he's there yet. Right.
Probably not skill-wise, but
impact.
popular.
He's skill-wise. His skill is dope. His impact is not that. They play better without him. We keep in this stack.
Yeah, but popularity, I put him in the top 10.
It's like he's a luxury to have, but he's not a necessity. They can win without him.
Agree.
But it's just like, as a young black man, you'd be like, come on, bro. What are you doing? They ain't sure you should have been all NBA. Let's keep it a stack. They took away your 40 mils. They about to spend you. You're not getting paid.
Understandable.
So your 40 whatever $1 million salary is about to be cut and drastically. And I only say half, but drastically. Possibly the whole thing for the year. Your sponsors are looking at you like, nigga. And these white men are definitely saying, nigga, what are you doing? And I know the conversation, it's an open carry state. Again, like you said, in situations you take, I'm more upset with him than I was with Kyrie. Like, Kyrie tweeted a link. people wearing with that. This nigga held a gun, portraying an image, right? I'm more mad at the gun because I'm like, bro, you had these little niggas thinking it's okay, and you get ride around and get caught with it. It's over.
To be honest with you, I'm here to defend his friends. I'm here to defend his friends. We said it before, and other people said it before. Oh, is his friends probably influencing him to do these things and all that? Clearly, in the video, friend was just turning. They were just turning up to NBA Youngboy. Friend was turning up. He didn't expect Ja to do that. Ja, out of nowhere, in about 2.5 seconds, pulled the shit out. He quickly ended the live. And I think people was getting on his friends like, oh, you his homeboy. This is a Ja thing. And I think we should now, I know before previous conversations about, the entourage that he hung around with, I think this is it's a Ja thing now. And it goes into a deeper thing. I've been battling this since it came out. I was going to do this whole soliloquy that I had for Kyrie about, the brand and everything, but I don't want to beat a dead horse with Ja. Ja just got to do better, Joe. I just don't. The apology that he put out shout out to Shannon Sharp. It sounded like it was made by Chat TV. It sounded like it was made by one of them AI bots. But I was just listening to the list of potential incidents that he had. His mom got into something in Foot Locker or a sneaker store. The mom calls him up. He goes in there with his goons. And then they get into a conversation with one of the employees. And then they go leave and then get into it with the mall security. Then a lot of game that one of his friends was banned for a year. Get into an altercation. Somebody in the car that they was in flashed a little, light off a beam. I think this is one of the cases where, unfortunately, he's going to have to bump his head to finally learn his lesson. And unfortunately, I hope the bump ain't a bump that he can never get back. But I hope Ja understands that, yeah, you might be popular in NBA, but the NBA don't need you. There's a draft every single day. Look what they're doing with the French kid. They making it seem like he's a greater hype than LeBron.
The point guard that's coming out, that's gonna be drafted right after him, does everything Ja can do.
Wasn't he part of a crime?
Who?
The other nigga that's supposed to be in the top 5.
Brandon Miller. That nigga's accessory to murder, potentially. They said he didn't do nothing. We gonna display this, but we're not going to besmirch his name. But the nigga, the point guard though in the draft, he can do everything Ja can do, and he's bigger and stronger.
So, like I said, there's a draft every single day, and there's people hungry. There's people even international right now hungry for your spot. The NBA do not need you, brother. I hope you don't think you're untouchable. I hope people stop thinking that you're a child. He's what, 23 now?
23.
You're no longer a child. I need you to straighten your act. I need your parents to be involved better. I appreciate your father for being at the courtside games, but I don't even know, Slick. I'm so conflicted on this because I do want to talk about the whole, but I also want to give grace. I feel like now we're taking a different stance. I remember before, like even for Kyrie, we had 2 different stances, and I think now we switch. But I fake want to give him a little grace, but 2 months after the first incident, I can't give you no grace, bro. You didn't even do 6 months. You didn't even do a year.
You can never be a repeat offender. The NBA will suspend him, and they're going to justify in the press release that this is not his first incident of trouble. We have, if you talk about all the rumored stuff, we have at least 4 or 5 documented incidents of you playing street. I forgot who said it. It might have been Jay. Somebody, one of the ESPN pundits said it. They're basically like, yo, like rappers have to play the gangster shit as a means of maintaining their credibility. Nigga, you went to private school.
For what?
You went to private school.
That's the problem with our society, with us folks. There's no reason why you need to be playing that tough real act. It shouldn't be. You should be able to embrace where you come from. If you came from the suburbs or from the country, Ja, embrace that, bro. Like that's why I get tight sometimes. I'm gonna sound like a huge hypocrite because I love New York drill and I love just drill music and all that.
Free K Fly.
Hood booger. You feel me? The hood booger shit.
Chef G.
But I don't know about you, Slick. That shit didn't affect me that much. They influenced me to go commit crime because I actually know people who are part of that life who that shit is more tragic than good. I don't understand how we can, like, even when I see these kids in New York now being part of the drill scene, I'm like, bro, do you not understand this shit is very temporary and like the consequences of your actions? You had people, like, I don't understand what's so glamorous about that life. Oh yeah, the girls might be thinking you tough, all that. Somebody's going to come check your temperature, Ja. Somebody's going to come check your temperature. You keep waving guns, you keep doing all this stuff. Hood niggas and Memphis is a tough place. I ain't gonna lie. The first 48, if you watch the first 48, you've seen a lot of episodes in Memphis. Memphis do not play. Niggas going, you're giving open invitation for what, bro? You don't need to be a part of that, bro. For no reason. And I think, what he's going through is an identity problem. I think, and I think I seen this. I think I seen this before. I forgot who said this, but Ja is just good at basketball. He don't really love basketball because a nigga who really loves the game and love like Jimmy Butler. I can't fathom seeing Jimmy Butler doing this because he actually really loves the sport. He really loves the game. If you listen to Jimmy Butler's interview, you hear him break down and how much. Ja is probably one of them niggas who was really good. You ever played with one of them niggas, Slick? The niggas who just naturally good at a sport without even trying. He can just break out of bed and drop a triple double without even trying. And I think that's the case for Ja. And I think, bro, you better love this game, or this game is gonna destroy you. Any last thoughts before we move on?
No, I think it was pretty much covered.
All right. NBA playoff. You could take it off, Slick. This is what's your thoughts on what's going on currently right now? We in the conference finals.
Goddamn Knicks. Cost the boy a bag and them motherfuckers.
How's the house treatment going so far?
I don't want to speak that woman's name on this podcast today. We're going to just Miami is real though. I mean, they stole game 1 from Boston. I'm like, at this point, what the fuck? What were they doing in the regular season? Did they just say, fuck it, we just gonna get the AFC seed and knock off Boston, New York, and fucking Milwaukee? Because that's a run. Yeah. It's no bubble. It's no Disney. Your fans was there. You got the Giannis injury in your corner. But even when Giannis played, granted he wasn't 100%, they had that nigga on patties with 15-point leads. Like, no lead is safe against them. And in Denver, oh my God. These niggas here, boy. I was ready to talk about how the Lakers have ended the dynasty of the Golden State Warriors and shit. And then we ran up against Jokic, and that man is busting our ass without just leaving the floor.
I'm a little less concerned because both games so far has been close.
Nigga, you gotta win 4 out of 5.
I know.
The Lakers, they can only lose one more game. Think about that. If they go down 3-1 or 3-0, it's over. You're not beating this team 4 times in a row. The way
LeBron got experience coming back from 3-1 though.
Yeah, but he's on one leg and he's smoking layups and he can't shoot to say he hasn't made a 3 in the series yet. I don't think. Oh, he made 1 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. Denver only plays 7 people. That's the scary part. Lakers was in control. Jamal Murray wouldn't drop 23 in the fourth quarter. Bruce Brown can't fucking miss. AD goes, can't make a fucking hook shot after scoring 40. The man can't make the same shots. Braun can't make a jumper. Thank God for Rui and Austin Reeves. D'Lo looked like shit. D'Lo has played.
He never really got to play in that pressure settings.
There's a meme right now. There's a meme of Bruce Brown playing D'Lo, and D'Lo's body is a cone. That's how disrespectful they are treating that man right now. But the playoffs have been great. Shout out to San Antonio too. They won the first pick. Some cheating shit. So every time they tank, they guaranteed to get a generational big man.
Oh. Come on now. The nigga's from France and that nigga has ties with Tony Parker. You don't think he was going to not go to the Spurs?
Bro, different. Straight different. So I don't know, man. Right now, the way it's looking, I still got Lakers, and I'm going Lakers in 7. But if they lose one of these next 2 games before we come back next week, it's over. And then
I got faith in LeBron.
LeBron is on one leg, bro. If he don't even try to dunk on niggas right now. In the regular season, he was dunking. You saw the dunk he missed last night. He tried to do the cradle, rock the baby, and that shit slipped out. I was like, oh God.
Oh man! And then now they got this French kid being more hyped than him. What's your thoughts on that, real quick?
I'm a Wemby fan. The idea of Wemby, think about it. In 2K, with my player, before they did all this cap shit, you could make your player as tall as you want and do everything. Even now, if you put this shit in 2K, a 7'5", his wingspan, he can grab the rim without jumping, can shoot threes, got handle, and is a fucking defensive stopper at the paint. Like, at every level he's been at, nobody's scoring him in the lane off initial action. It's all off cuts, or it's off. You got to have a strong post game. You know, he can do everything at 7'5". Now you got to say weight wise, strength wise, injury wise, yeah. But the idea of Wemby is fucking banana. I saw the kid when he was like 15. I was like, oh, this nigga's gonna be a problem. He was playing pick up with Rudy Gobert and just jump shot, crossover to the basket. Now, will he get all those easy looks in the NBA? No. But if you put it this way, at worst, Rudy Gobert in his peak defense with an offensive game. Who is that? When have we ever seen that?
Yeah, no. But to put hype over LeBron.
But, yeah. LeBron was a 6'9" man-child who could play point. We didn't know. We've seen 6'8", 6'9" guards or ball controllers come out with the athleticism set LeBron apart, right? LeBron didn't start playing center until the NBA started going smaller. You're coming in right now, and this kid, LeBron can play 1 through 4. He can play 2 through 5 at 7'5". No one's going to block his shot. And on defense, he could, or you can run him as a 2, off screens, pin downs, mid-range short jumpers, whatever. And then on defense, you could have him at the rim as a help defender. Right? Niggas in the NBA don't post up no more. So as a rookie, you could argue that on offense, he already has a ready-made jump shot. And if he doesn't make jumpers, he's tall and athletic enough. Remember, in Europe, there's no spacing. It's big niggas around you the whole time. You can smack shots off the rim. Mm-hmm. And the NBA, with that space, you overplay that jump shot, he only needs 1 dribble to get to the rim from anywhere. You saw the play where he shot the 3, missed it, got his own tip drill dunk, bro. It wasn't like he got the offensive rebound and went back up. Like, he shot the ball, it hit the back of the rim, it bounced up, he followed and caught this shit and dunked it. And you would think that don't sound crazy. Go watch the play. He's hitting niggas with between the legs, tween, crossover, in and out, hezzy, step back, one-legged, like. And this is.
You don't think his body ain't a little frail?
His body's definitely frail. But how many kids? Kevin Durant came out looking like that, and Kevin Durant was 7 foot tall.
Kevin Durant had a lot of injuries.
He did, but later in his career, by the time he got to the season and the injuries, he already had 2 championships, an MVP, All NBA first team. If we can get 12 years of Wemby sans major injury, I mean, like, multiple seasons out, that's a win. Look at Zion. Zion, through 4 years, when he plays, he's a 2-time All-Star, but he's only played less than 2 seasons worth of games in 4 years. And he's a defensive liability when he is out there. Just that he can't stop him on offense. So it's like it cancels out. Wemby can do everything you want on a basketball court. And next year, he's going to get plenty of touches with good development and good young players around. It's not he's going to be the first piece there, like a KD was in OKC, right? Or Joel was in the process Sixers. You're going to have Wemby with Jeremy Sochan. You're going to have Wemby with Keldon Johnson. Wemby with Devin Vassell. So 4 of your first 5 positions are already set up for the future. You got what's the big man? The white boy that was in Portland. I forgot his name, but now he's in San Antonio.
Plumlee or something?
Not Plumlee. It's another kid. He went to, I think he was it Gonzaga. He might have went to Gonzaga. Was it Gonzaga? I don't know. He went somewhere. But you got some really good pieces over there. You just need a point guard, and you got guys that have, like, the 3 of the people I named.
Should have kept DeJounte Murray.
But you got DeJounte Murray. You're not losing enough games to get Wemby. The idea of Wemby at his worst, you say he could be Kristaps Porzingis. You take that chance. When your floor is a guy who, yes, injury prone, but for the last 4 or 5...
Yeah, he don't. I mean, Kristaps.
Kristaps, that handle, Kristaps don't have... He didn't move that fluidly like that. And think about that. And Kristaps' injuries, he had little things, but it was the ACL that really set him back. And the knee healing. Like, if injury will set Wemby back. But Kristaps last year averaged 23 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks.
And I agree with your analysis of him. I seen some of his highlight. He's dope, but I'm not about to put him the greatest prospect over LeBron.
What's the word prospect mean? It means you're coming in with ready-made tools that can be developed. So you take his...
Have you heard these players talk about when they discovered LeBron back then?
Yes, and you know what
you listen to David West. He said LeBron, he was in college and he went to go, like, people flew out when he was 15 to go see LeBron. And this is way before social media. Imagine if there was social media when LeBron was coming in.
But again,
and I think what Shannon Sharp said the most is that since LeBron has exceeded the expectation that was set out for him, that we can't fathom what type of prospect LeBron was from back then. It was literally called the chosen one, the man that's going to be the face of the NBA after Michael Jordan. And literally, he exceeded that on and off the court.
Absolutely. But then you're saying prospect. What's the flaw in LeBron's game when he comes out? Can he shoot? Will he be able to run over people? That was the question. Will he be able to shoot well enough to keep the defense honest? And he proved it, but we have had some years where it's like, oh, nigga, what's going on? Even right now, nigga, what's going on at 38? He was 38.
I mean, at year 20, if you wouldn't do that, then hey, I take
what
it.
Was the LeBron, the scouting report say about LeBron? Yo, try to force him to shoot, because once he makes a couple, he's gonna fall in love with it. He's not going to drive as viciously, right? Well, what do you say? Go at his chest? How many niggas got a post game to do that?
Go at his legs.
So you go
like if you go against the Bucks, what's that white nigga that be doing dirty plays? Grayson Allen. Send that nigga to his legs.
But see, that's
get that nigga out of there.
So, but think about, even as a joke, think about that. As a prospect, somebody's coming in where you saying go at his body, injure him. That's the only. And even if you go at his body, the nigga goes like this, hands up in the air. His hands is at the rim. He's still probably punching your shit. It's not going to be an easy shot. You might get a couple on him. He going to get you a couple times too. And it's on both ends of the floor. We didn't know what kind of defender LeBron was going to be. LeBron didn't become a defender until he got to Miami.
Wait, LeBron was always he made the chase down blocks popping way before Miami. But what is
chase down blocks is more so athleticism and timing. You're just coming from your blind side. It's help defense. It's really help defense. Think about it. A chase down block. You going for a layup. You got one defender here. You're not worried about the nigga behind you. When LeBron became like an on ball, you're not scoring on me. That's when it was like, oh shit. But that took 7-8 years. You're saying Wemby right now doesn't have to guard a perimeter. Wemby has to, what's it called? He say guarding in space. He can make up the space with his wingspan. He's definitely a generator. I
definitely want to see how he fares against. Even though we don't really have any dominant big man.
Who, Joel?
Only probably Rudy Gobert.
No, the big man that's gonna give him trouble is Joel.
I mean, like
and Jokic.
I'm talking about defensively against him. I know defensively he's gonna get tore by Embiid and Jokic. That's gonna happen. They're gonna drop whatever points they're gonna drop. I'm talking about defending him when he goes into the lane and
he can't post up. You want him to post up, but then it's like, all right, off the post, that nigga's not trying to go at your chest for a jump hook. That nigga's like, all right, bet. Pass spin, fake spin, jab, over right shoulder, over left shoulder. Like, he has all of those moves already. That's the scary part. Like, it's not like he's going to post something like, I got to try to get a jump hook. No, nigga. You probably want him to take the jump hook because he already has the footwork to get a jump shot from the post. And God forbid, when he add that NBA 40, because you know big man, AD came in in 2020, he's 265 pounds now. Right? So from 220 to 265. When he get that NBA weight on him, oh my God.
Okay. I still got LeBron the greatest prospect, but I'm excited to see what this kid got to offer.
Will he reach the heights LeBron reached? Can anybody? We'll see. That's 20 years. A conversation for 15 years from now. But coming in, does he have more than LeBron had? Absolutely. Because you could play.
But that's just the natural way of things. You feel me? I feel like as the game improve and more
7'5" niggas is not doing what he's doing. 7 foot niggas ain't doing what he's doing.
But I mean,
Jabari Smith
at LeBron's time, niggas wasn't doing that. You know, that jump, hop, step 3 James Harden dude. I feel like that's like on every guard or every nigga's package skills.
Nigga, Darko Milicic was and playing against farmers. This nigga's doing it playing in a pro league, probably the 3rd best basketball league. Nigga, he came to the G League. He came against the G League team of all the prospects and had 80 points and like 30 rebounds in 2 games.
Now, do you think the NBA going to be overrun by Europe?
Absolutely.
You got Luka, you got all them other niggas doing well, Giannis.
I think that European players are taught to do everything. I think American-born players are taught to do what they're good at. So in Europe, a guy like Joker, right? In America, he's tall. He can dribble. They're not giving you the ball to dribble and all that shit with. It's, get your big ass in the post. Go work on your moves. But Europe, all right, everybody's doing the same drills. The point guards to the centers are doing the same shit. So you see it because when you get that talent with that pizzazz, like a Luka, and you give him the American game, like, these kids can't play defense. These kids can't shoot. These kids can't. You're here because you can run and jump, but you can't actually have no footwork. I'm gonna bust your ass, right? That's the thing. Look at who's the best American player right now. Young American player, Tatum. That nigga does the same move every fucking time. Dribble.
Don't do that. My boy got a bag. Hold on. My boy Tatum got a bag.
And what does he do every time? Cross, sidestep 3. Cross.
It works. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
It works when it's working, and when it's not, what does he have? He doesn't post up. The boy smokes layups. He's elite. He's not Luka. If Jason Tatum was on that team by himself, they're not going this far. Luka didn't make the playoffs this year, but last year, you give him some guys who we didn't value that highly. He did it. With Brunson, we didn't think Brunson was a star last year.
Yeah.
Right?
I say, what young player?
Who else we got? You could argue Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics, if we be honest.
Oh, yeah. Because he's better on defense.
What young American player are we taking? Devin Booker? Offensively, sure. Luka gets in his ass every time. Think about the big men. Who's the best American big man?
Jamal Murray, not bad himself over here.
He's a tier under. Jamal Murray's been hurt.
I feel like because of his hurt, but he was doing well in the bubble.
In the playoffs. Playoff performance versus regular versus year end to end. He hasn't done it end to end yet. Yes, he has numbers look good this year, but he was also rested the first half of the year coming off injury. We're talking end to end production from the start of this season. LeBron was going end to end. He was putting up generational regular season numbers, and then going to the playoffs, going to the conference finals, going to the chip, winning 4 chips. Kobe was dropping generational numbers in the regular season, go to the playoffs, bust your ass, getting chips. That's what I'm saying. These European niggas are doing that. They are end to end, start of the season to the end, Hall of Fame numbers, and then going to the playoffs and busting ass. What American players are doing that? Tatum might be the only one.
Damn.
As a young buck. All the other ones, they get hurt, low management, they're older, or they can't play.
You don't put Anthony Edwards on there?
Too young. What has he done? He averaged 25 this year. They started putting.
I think that's because of his team. His team ain't that great.
I mean, but you say you got Rudy Gobert, former defensive player of the year, Cat, multiple time All-Star. At the time, D'Lo, former.
Come on, Cat. It's Cat. Cat is Cat.
But you can say
niggas just trying to sign him to the Knicks. So if he goes to the Knicks, I put more respect in his.
But you say you're not going to tell me Cat is not one of the, if not even one of the. It's not the best American-born center in the NBA right now. Yeah. So we're making fun of Cat. He's the best American center in the NBA.
He's not. Ain't he Canadian? He sound Canadian. I heard him on the Paul George.
Even that,
he sound like a Drake nigga.
Even in that, he's Dominican, right? He played for the Dominican national team. But even in that, he was born here. You feel me? So think about that. Yeah. If you take away Cat, who's the best American center? Fucking DeMarcus.
I can't even name you.
He's not even in the NBA right now. DeMarcus Cousins or Miles Turner. Think about that. We can move on. We talking about basketball. We talking about basketball.
Oh, what about Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell
just got exposed, and he gets exposed every year in the playoffs. Great regular season numbers. Doesn't win. He hasn't won shit. We're thinking about young players. We're talking about players who are going to get you there. Donovan Mitchell,
well, now you can put De'Aaron Fox now.
At how many years it took him to get a European big man on his team to open up his game? Think about that.
Okay, nobody was going to Sacramento now. Come on now. It's a team game at the end of this.
If you're that guy, your team should finish better than 12th every year. Think about that. In this NBA, if you're that guy, we could argue that you take one of the two centers off of Minnesota and replace it with some of the guys they traded, and Anthony Edwards would have had a better season. Because Anthony Edwards is that fucking good. And we know he's that fucking good. That's what I'm saying. American players cannot hold a candle to these European players right now. We got all this bullshit AAU and bullshit skill development that's teaching them shit that is not applicable to winning.
Steph Curry ruined the game. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm jacking that. The nigga over here started shooting them threes. I seen them young niggas on the court jacking them threes.
How does Steph ruin the game when the European players can do it too? But the thing about it is they also have mid-range games and post games and know when to pass and where to pass to and how to get a rebound out of even when you're not in proper position.
But American kids don't focus on other parts of Curry game. They only focus on, Curry just make shooting threes look so great and easy. They don't focus that this nigga know how to run screens, even though he's not a good defender, but he has great handles.
He's not a terrible defender.
He has a great IQ. They just only see him chuck up the three. I want to chuck up threes just like Curry.
It's because American basketball players are retarded. And I will argue and I will gladly say that I think in the next 2 years, Anthony Edwards will be the best American player in the NBA.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And that nigga don't even love the NBA like that. He what he did like probably in high school. He just like, all right, I'll do NBA. And
I think he does. I think he does love the game, but I think he realizes he's not pigeonholing him. There's a difference between not loving the game and knowing that you have so much more to offer than the game. But let's keep it growing.
All right. Now on to the next few topics before we get to our song of the week. NBA Youngboy. I sent this on Twitter real quick. My boy coming for everything. NBA Youngboy versus everybody. We didn't really discuss the little, promo beef that him and Lil Durk had before the album dropped. It was scheduled to drop the same day, but then Durk turned out he was just dropping a song with J. Cole. But NBA Youngboy has a few things to say about some of the top artists. Ooh, and he had a little line about Lil Yachty. But what's your thoughts on this? J. Cole don't bother no one.
I think that Youngboy, for as successful, he's found a way to monetize his platform while virtually not being touched by the big artists. The big mainstream artists, I guess you would say.
I tell you now, to this day, I feel apparently he put in the work with his music. I mean, I seen his work. He released so many albums, so many songs. But to this day, bro, I look at his YouTube numbers, bro, is up there with Drake. It's literally some probably like 1 or 2 years, it was better than Drake.
Sorry if I love Loverboy Men, by the way. Still, I forgot to tell you that again. Sorry.
We're not gonna have this. We're not gonna have the discussion.
Superman,
but
it's men as fuck.
But what you gonna call it? NBA Youngboy. He gets the views. He don't really get any awards, no Grammys or whatnot. But he's basically, when you talk about the top rappers in the game currently right now, you have to put him in that top 5 due to the numbers.
I mean, based on numbers aren't everything, and top 5 is subjective. I think though the fact that he's been able to cultivate that despite not having a Drake feature, not getting these verses from other people, like majors don't want their artists associated with him because he's doing the shit his way. But I think that the fact that he can say fuck it, I think we go fuck the establishment because for a lot of people, he's their favorite rapper. And like I know we don't listen.
I don't know how
because it's the reach. Think about it. How powerful is YouTube or social media in developing an artist? Do artists need majors anymore? Maybe for
not really.
Yeah.
If you have a dope dope people around you that know the game and know how to market, you don't really need it. Shout out to Lil Russell. You don't really need the industry, but I ain't gonna lie, you do need the industry for certain things though, with like networking and if you don't really have a good team behind you, then definitely the labels do help you out with that.
Yeah, but YouTube.
Oh, go ahead.
But YouTube can be that because you stream, promo, you catch a buzz and you just putting out music, people really won't get a chance to fuck with it. So I'm like, him saying that, it more so drives someone to the point of like, yo, I'm successful without y'all and we trying to break bread. And I think from if I heard it correctly, he's like, yo, niggas said they want to do a song, but they can't fuck with me, they can't touch me, they can't, they not really can't offer me nothing. Like, I bet if you're not with me, then you against me type shit. It's like you is me. He's created his me against the world mentality. And that might go a long way in further pushing the legend of Youngboy.
But fuck out of here, Youngboy. Don't come after the God, the sixth God, the boy. That's why I came over here. Even though I fuck with J. Cole, don't disrespect J. Cole because, I fuck with J. Cole. But you coming after the boy because my boy loyal out here. You feel me? He fuck with Durk. He been fucking with Chicago, nigga, and you was upset that he didn't want to do no song with you? Fuck out of here. Herpy.
That's crazy. See, you gonna get shot.
He does. It's a public knowledge he got herpes. But speaking of his beef with NBA, speaking of his beef with Lil Durk over here, so Lil Durk made a song with J. Cole all my life. We don't gotta play it for time purposes, but I wanted to talk about this one part of his verse that J. Cole wrote in the song, and I want your opinion on it. Let me find the lyrics real quick. I'll find it's like he was saying these days seeing rappers dying way before they even get their shine. I never heard of Little Buddy until they murdered Little Buddy, and he was basically saying that he don't want these blogs mentioning these rappers only when they die. They should be mentioning them before they pass away. What's your whole thoughts on that?
He's absolutely. I mean, you should definitely give people their flowers, but I think the blogs are not doing this with sincerity and genuineness. They're doing it because they need the clicks. So, and again, we talked about it earlier, like clickbait culture is 100% real. And it's like, at this point, you monetizing somebody else's life being taken away or them losing their lives, So I agree with him 100%.
But my thing, I agree, 100% agree. Some of these, like Say Cheese and No Jumper definitely do some clicks. But they also,
I blocked all of them.
Also, when you do,
I blocked all of them. Like I literally muted them on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. But my whole thing about it is the game is so saturated now that some of these rappers you can't mention. I can't expect all these bloggers to mention these rappers. If there's so many rappers out here now, it's hard to mention these rappers and give them their praise.
Do rappers need bloggers? The blogging era has long since passed.
Oh yeah, no, they need it. That's why you have a platform like No Jumper that's popular. You have Say Cheese. That's why people still going to Vlad after all these years.
Do artists that are popping, do they need that? I think that's the question.
Oh, but we forget to understand that there's only really a small percentage of rappers actually popping compared to the majority that need the blog's help.
Okay, so but as the blog has never posted them before they died, is that even helping them?
Yeah, because you depending if they own their records, if they're independent, then the proceeds go to their families.
How many people are going to hear Lil Buddy?
So like Young Dolph. Young Dolph had a few hits, but he wasn't popular in the sense of being mainstream. He was more of a hood, but he passed away. But he owned all his catalog. So with his passing, all his percentage went up, and he owned everything. So his family did eat off of that, and off the blogs posting him.
Young Dolph, who even I've heard of prior to his passing, versus again Lil Buddy with 6,000 followers. I'm just asking: is the blog doing much if they've never mentioned him before when he had a slightly buzzing single?
Yeah, because whatchamacallit, I was listening to the new Rory and Maul podcast, and they were saying how they're not in tune with a lot of the new artists. So when they do see some of these blog sites listen, they do go out their way to go listen to them and see if they was talented. I did that during the time when Chicago rappers was, all right, this sounds bad, when Chicago rappers was dropping a lot, I went to look back when I was invested into that scene. I looked back at some of the rappers that passed away and listened to some of their catalog and realized, oh shit, this nigga was actually pretty dope. For me, R.I.P. L.A. Capone, that was one of the niggas I found out that was really dope. So it does. I'm on your side. I'm not saying I disagree with you that they're not using it for click, but I could also see the positive part of that too. Because if you listen to that type of music and you didn't know about Buddy, and he passed away due to some violence and stuff like that, and you go listen to him, it still kind of brings his numbers up, and it could still potentially, especially with the streaming era, just the clicks and just them listening to it for at least one time can possibly put some bread into whoever owns his, I guess, estate, you know?
Oh, fair enough.
Now, before we get to our song of the week, I can't believe Jonathan Majors got my baby Meagan Good, though. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm upset because we've been talking about Meagan Good, Sanaa Lathan, and Nia Long a lot on this podcast. That's one of the bingo cards. And Meagan Good's been looking very good lately after she went back to the life of sin. And Jonathan Major beat on a white woman and got my baby. I'm upset about this.
You're terrible.
Come back home, Meagan Good.
She did go
Come back home.
She went from the preacher. He's a preacher's kid. He outside. And fuck it, guys. Sometimes
that nigga's abusive.
This is how you
see how my narrative changed around him before I was defending him. Now he got my girl. He has a history of putting hands on folks.
You are a wild boy, nigga. Introduce the song of the week.
He touched white women. Meagan Good, stay away from him.
The only shit you guys, he touch white women, and most of the famous black people do. So let that go.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Well, side note, one of my friends said, "Oh, white girl, his source of magnesium." I'm like, yo, niggas is white.
I ain't never had
milk of magnesium. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all niggas is different out here.
Milk of magnesia.
All right. Now to our song of the week. If you listen to this on YouTube, please exit and go to on your streaming platform. Whether that is Pandora, Stitcher, Apple, Spotify, you name it, we are on there. Audacity and TuneIn, and also we on Good Pod as well. Go on that platform and leave us a 5-star too, because that helps us out, and share it to the groups within the application, because that helps us as well. And you can go to our Music playlist or our Spotify Music playlist to go listen to our previous song of the week. What's your song of the week? Hey, shout out to Sada, baby. Go listen to LaRussell's part. LaRussell part go crazy, though. And also, shout out to LaRussell. He just dropped a new album. So go tune into that. I like Ghetto Gold. All right. Go listen to our previous song of the week on our Apple Music playlist or our Spotify Music playlist. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite, Slick Drop It.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toxic Service announcement. All right, Slick, it's time to get toxic. Time to be a safe space, bruh. It's time. I think the first half of this episode was very mature.
First half, nigga. This an hour 15. Fuck you, be half.
Okay, just the 75% of the podcast been very mature. We gave a lot of transparency, but it's time to get to the shits and giggles over here. Slick. All right, how many times do you call your girl when she goes on a girls trip?
How many times do I call her?
Yes.
Like I initiate the call? Not many.
Yeah.
Not many. Probably.
I mean, you don't try to call her in the morning or whatnot?
I should have text. It depends.
Like you alive? That's your text?
Not even. I feel like, I don't know. Even when I feel like I want to call somebody, even if I'm at like peak anxiety, I'm not probably going to call. I hit a text or whatever. I check to see. Just make sure. Just let me know. Let me know you alive throughout the day. I don't really care.
Now it depends on where she goes.
Oh, if it's a whole trip. If she going on a whole trip with her whole friends.
Yes. Now if she in Jamaica, I'm hitting her up every minute because I don't want her to be fucked by one of them rap boys.
Nah. The girls I've dated for the most part have always been cordial with calling. They call me when they're away. I'm like, when transparency. My shorty wait. I'm not just sitting in the house waiting around for you to come back. I'm going out to have fun too.
Okay, don't start no drama now.
It's not drama. It's the truth though. Like
because women don't want you to have fun without them there.
But you're going to have fun. If I can't have fun without you, that means we probably going through something, having a problem.
You have to understand women's logic. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it.
Absolutely.
that's their logic.
If Shorty was to tell me right now she going on a girls trip, like next week or something, or whatever, I'm like, look at those days. I'm hitting the group chat like, nigga, I'm outside for at least 2 of these days.
She gonna be like, hey, nigga, wait, I heard you out here in these streets.
I just said I was outside. I'm outside. I'm gonna go do something. Well,
you don't want that. Hey, I could do bad all by myself. You ass stay in there because your ass gonna go. Some girl gonna sling coochie at you.
All right, and I'm mature enough not to accept it unless it's like Sanaa thing. And we've had that discussion already.
I ain't gonna hold you. Sundress season might be out upon us, so
I'm not gonna call you. And if you don't call me, just know you go hit. I'm the disconnect that I'm gonna have. My energy will be definitely. Right.
Oh hell yeah. Nah. If Shorty don't call me at all, don't text or anything like that. Yeah, I'm assuming you sucking dick.
Oh, I ain't saying I'm not going that far. You always think they sucking dick. That's why that's your problem.
Yeah. Okay, wait. If your Shorty goes to some place for 5 days and she don't hit you in the first day or two. Or anything like that. You're telling me
that's not your girl.
Nobody put jalupa in her mouth. Somebody puts jalupa in her mouth.
That's not your girl. You know your girl category. If I thought
that's what I'm saying.
If I thought Shorty had that in her, I'm not fucking with her. You just gotta show me one shit character, and I know like I might not say it, but I understand what it is and what it ain't, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. 100%.
I'm with you though. One text. I'm cool with a text because I only like do the whole phone thing after a while, especially if I hear your friends being ratchet and hearing friends. Because I ain't gonna lie, I just text me because if I hear in the background, I hear your girl be like, "Yeah, sis, fuck it up." Oh, your whole ass friend's about to have you act up out here.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. I be chilling. I send a text. That's like, cause it's like at the end of the day, when I'm on a trip with my fellas and whatever, or I'm out with my fellas, I don't want you accosting me either. Like, yo, you good? You gotta trust me. If you don't trust me, tell me why you don't trust me.
Yeah, just text me.
Yeah, sure. Just text me. I call. You know what it is? Because you know, if y'all really about it, and the ladies, you can tell me if I'm lying. She gonna call you while she getting ready. Because you know, on a girls trip, yeah, girls, y'all could be friends for 10 years. You don't want to be around them hoes the whole time. You don't want to share a room. Like I'm to the point, even with my niggas, I don't want to share a room, bro. After the cruise of 2019, I told niggas I'm getting my own room forever. Fuck all of y'all. I love y'all to death, but fuck all of y'all. I said that shit with my whole chest. So, you at a point, you get your own space. It's like, all right, what I'm going to do? Sit here, get ready. I'm going to play my music. I'm going to call you. What's up? What's going on? She going to call me. I'm going to see you get ready. I'm going to see the outfit. It's just like, if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you. You wild.
Nah, if you see the outfit look revealing. You be like,
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. But you know what it is? I think a lot of times girls don't. That's they don't respect it. It was like, what can you do? If she knows real, you're not gonna see the whole thing until she already outside. It's like, what can you do but be mad? Like, bitch, you already respect me. What, you know? She's like, but you gotta have your rule. You gotta have your conversations. Like, if you try and get off shit that you know you wouldn't do with me, that's how you know you are. Like, I think I'm the same person on vacation with her, on vacation with my friends or family. And I'm like, I'm cool. Whatever I'm.
Oh yeah, you don't do too much.
I'm about to say I'm not running around with my nuts out and shit. So. You know, it's all about respect. It's like, all right, you want to try something? That's cool, but where you going? Where's this going? You going to the pool? All right, cool. Oh, you going to some nigga yacht party to shake your ass? Yeah, you better put on a fucking fully cheeked up drawers. What's fucking wrong with you?
All right, okay. So next topic.
Wait, hold on. So how you calling your shorty? You call her like?
I'm not calling her. I just want a text message. I don't want to hear nothing because if I hear the whole friends,
you got a brittle spirit. You got a brittle spirit.
Yeah, because my mind gonna go to places if I hear your friends. Yeah, bitch, mix that drink up. Yeah, twerk. You know they love smacking ass. I'm like, oh shit, my girl about to do hood rat shit.
Right. What is your girl? Does she do hood rat shit when y'all pre-came and when y'all go out? And you gotta just respect it. You know who your girl is. She not.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I don't know about you, Slick. Hey, ignorance is bliss with me. I love that. I love ignorance is bliss.
I need to know all your flaws just so I can be prepared.
Yes, I need to know your flaws too. But sometimes it's better Hey, sometimes better not knowing.
I need to know, so I was like, I need to know how to proceed. You don't want to be suckable.
See, that's where you get anxiety. That's when things start popping up in your head.
No, nigga. I was like, all right. Once things start popping up in my head, I'm going outside.
You see, though, I'm trying to save myself from that mentality.
I'm not saying I'm going outside to do this. You're not going outside.
I can't tell how much fun you having through text message. Phone, I can hear.
I was like,
if I even hear about any dick in the background from your friends, oh, it's through the roof. It's up and it's stuck.
But your girl probably not gonna call you around her friends for real, because she already know them hoes be saying some wild shit.
But you know your friends might come in like, oh, might probably stumbled in the room like, oh yeah, we about to. Oh, I didn't know you was on the phone with your man. Oh, what she said? You know how that goes.
Yeah, and I'd be like, all right, have fun. I'm about to go. What you about to do? I was going chill, but I think I'm gonna go sit there. I'm gonna go to the spot. I'm going.
That's the argument there.
What you going?
Why you want to go out now with your homies now? Because it's not what it sounds like.
And my response would have been, "You're on whole Jamaica, Dominican Republic, whatever. Why am I sitting in the house watching the dog? What the fuck?"
But you wasn't trying to go out before you heard that. Now you just being petty. Oh my God! Like okay. I don't know why you want to do this now that I'm on vacation. Right now you're in a whole argument now.
Okay. She's arguing about herself.
And now she's gonna go out and turn up with her friends because her friends gonna be like, "Oh, fuck that nigga. He just mad, upset for no reason."
Okay, okay, that's fine. They can say all the shit they want to say. I keep it a stack. I keep it a front. I'm gonna go have my fun. And then if you want to talk like adults, you can talk like adults. And if you don't want to talk, okay. Have a great night, sis.
You playing a dangerous game over here.
How? I'm not going. I didn't say I was gonna be around bitches. I could go to the sports bar and be chilling. Like I will go to a bar.
You know, bitches love sports now. I ain't gonna lie. Women are smart nowadays. They know how to basketball to their waist to some dick. Oh my God, did the Lakers lose? Yeah. Oh, if I was on their team, I would have beat them. But you don't know about the five. You don't know. You can't even name 5 positions. Now you about to help the Lakers win now.
All right, but you also got let's keep it this stack. You know your partner. Like, I'm gonna go outside. I talk to anybody, so it don't matter. And I'm gonna go right the fuck home. I'm not fun to talk to. I know for a fact I'm fun to talk to until you want to talk about shit that I don't give a fuck about.
That's true.
So y'all have heard on the podcast, if we bring up a topic about them hoodie booger niggas, I'll be like, all right, well, I'll be back in 10 minutes. So,
hey man, sometimes, but you could be petty as well. So now, if you're going out there on petty energy, you don't care. You just gonna talk.
Nah, I'm still selective. I'm picky as fuck. So I'm not just gonna talk to anybody. I'm gonna talk to the person that likes that she got a husband. Just so like, look, you gotta go home anyway. Look, so we don't gotta do nothing below it.
That got a husband over here cheating. He's sucking dick as well.
Yo, that's my biggest fear, dog. Like, oh, we get married and you still want to cheat, bitch. Now you gotta die because I'm not giving you half. And you getting good dick and you getting half my shit too. Nope. So I'm burning this bitch to the ground.
That's a fact. Now, Slick, we talked about this before, the man can't do list. We're not going to go back on that topic, but I just like to tell you now, there's a Twitter user over here called, I want to get his name right because he's doing justice for us, Southside_gun. Do you know the list has gone past 300 now, Slick?
Oh, yeah, according to that list, I'm a whole fish, so I don't give a fuck about that list.
Nigga, yo, okay. I'm gonna point out a few of them, Slick, and you go tell me if this is ridiculous or not.
I'm gonna tell you.
Number 262. Drink almond milk. Oh. Can't drink almond milk.
Damn, I'm gay. Carry on.
Oh my. 271. Can't order fried calamari.
I'll let her do that. I never order it myself. The words will come out my mouth, so that's her. Just relax.
276. Have the audacity to walk.
Oh shit, I'm a walking hoe. God damn.
Now this is one of my favorite ones because this started a whole lot of thread or something else. 279. Run when the function gets shot up.
I mean, you saw the time we was at the park. I didn't run. I looked at all y'all niggas is all moving. Like, we gotta see what's happening so we know which way to go. So I get shit.
So no, but this started a whole topic of, oh my God, it gives me the ick if my man starts to run. Like, wait, you want me to stand up straight, loud, proud, and you want me to get shot by a stray bullet, bitch? You got no respect for me. There's a few one over here. Okay. Here's another one. Dip 332. Dip your toe in any body of water to check the temperature.
The fuck? I'm not jumping in that shit without checking it. What's wrong with you?
Number 340. Playing with a controller that has a joystick.
See, now these bitches is getting bored. I'm annoyed.
Oh, this is one I've seen you do this a couple of times. 336. Drink twisted tea.
What the fuck? Why you put my business out there, bitch? Why you fucking that?
Oh, wait, this is one this is something that we did. 253, go bowling. 251, drink smoothies. 258, singing When I See You louder than women.
Oh, I say that shit in my whole fucking chest, nigga.
If you on Twitter, go on at Southside Underside Gun. That's with 2 N's, and go look at the list. He keeps adding it every single day, a new one. And we're going to reach to 500 by the summertime.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna
niggas can't do nothing.
It's gonna be real nasty in the summertime. It's gonna be real nasty. This is like just
they already saying we can't wear hike up shorts out here. We can't wear the thigh shorts.
But they can be outside with. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. 92. Let flies land on you.
That is some.
We can't.
You got.
Wait, number 99. Have an office job.
Damn, nigga, you gay.
Oh my god. Wait, number 187, dying. A nigga can't eat gummy bears.
I'm gay.
Niggas can't even eat listen to SZA. Oh shit! So you can't listen to SZA no more. That's on number 197 over here.
I don't fuck with women that subscribe to this logic. So I don't give a fuck. This is some young girls. They got shit to do with me. I was about to say something wild. Nah.
Man, you can't play big. All right. Anywho. All right, next topic. We're going to do this real quick. Gabrielle Union set the internet on fire by saying that her and D Wade split things 50-50. And that had the whole gender war going at it.
Why?
What's your thoughts on this?
Why? Because a lot of women feel like if a nigga got money, he's supposed to pay her all shit so she could do what she want. That's the reason.
Ooh, this one. You trying to get them to hate you now? It's like, what's going on?
I said some women. There is a large population of women that feel like a nigga with money his only purpose is to ensure that they have the soft life. Is that not something that has been said? I'm not saying all women. I definitely preface it by saying some women. And we've had that. And a lot of the idea of that thought process is permeated through social media, which is all bullshit. Because the idea of protection and providing is definitely shifted from what it was 100 years ago. I seen this video, it really broke it down pretty well. But at the same point, a lot of, like I said, money became a personality type or a dating archetype. You got money, no matter what you look like a lot of times. Sugar daddy, sugar grandpa, sugar uncle, whatever. For a lot of women, you are in play. And it's not like they're going to take you romantically seriously, but they'll play the game. Yeah, sure, we can go here. You can do this. You put me in all these places to be successful. And this might not go well. There is a small contingent of women that, money make them come. So, hey, you rich. You can get this pussy.
I think also a lot of thing was she said that she had like financial anxiety because one of the headlines was like she fears that if a movie gets canceled, she can't pay the bills because her and D Wade split everything 50-50.
Yeah, and going back to that, right? So there's the things I'm talking about is a small percentage of women, right? When you think about in reality, a lot of women have come up with the mindset that she has that I got to be able to take care of my own. Not to that extent, because your husband definitely does have hundreds of millions of dollars. You have millions and millions of dollars based off your career, maybe hundreds of millions as well, right? Her thing is like, I don't ever want a nigga to tell me I can't do this because without you. And for a man to hear that could be either unsettling or it could be sexy as fuck. Like, I'm glad that you want to have your own. Allow me to supplement and provide the lifestyle where you don't have to worry about those things. Like, or if you do want to still split, there's a chance that you can't, I got you. That's the beautiful thing about relationships and partnerships. But it's that small percentage of waterheads that were upset because, hey, if you got this money, you should take care of me and I should be able to keep my own. That only worked when they was working certain jobs that wasn't paying a lot of money. You feel me?
That's when the wage gap was really a gap.
Yeah, you feel me? So that's why I think it causes uproar. But I don't see anything wrong with it. And I think that if, like, in my mind, to get to a space where, like, I'm making substantially more money than my woman, if that is to come to fruition, yes, I'm gonna lighten the load on her. But that's a decision that I'm going to come to with her. Exactly. And it might not necessarily, if it's not her, if we're not together, it might not lend itself to the next woman, because I trust that woman's business that's in the next room. I trust that woman financially to make decisions that's going to benefit the household. That comes with it as well. Like, I've seen you work this way. I understand that if I take on more household responsibility, we could put more money into a business, into our family trips. If there's children, to child-like expenses, right? There's a lot of different layers that go into that conversation. But to the small percentage of waterheads that was like, yeah, I got to get me a nigga with money that's going to take care of me so I can be living a lifestyle that doesn't warrant, that my situation does not warrant, you know? Mm-hmm. Then that's the question. Like, you got UPS. We had the conversation about them shitting on, you know, bus drivers and conversations that I don't want a bus driver either. If y'all in a situation where that bus driver salary is holding it down for y'all, or you're in a state where that situation is holding it down for you, or y'all, your money, he's doing 60, you doing 40. I seen a tweet. Sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's 70-30, you know, in either direction. That's the thing. A lot of people not dating for love. A lot of people not dating for interaction and purpose.
Transaction. And you said you would hit that shit right on the head, bro. It's like, I understand. First of all, I want to tackle on the next episode or so on Patreon. We really have to start putting a definition behind protect and provide. I feel like
I'm gonna send you the
whole notion of.
I'm gonna send you a video. Huh? There's a video I watched that has a great idea on it. I'll send that to you.
I think when, and this is my opinion, I think when women hear men talk, or when they say provide, you shouldn't be only looking for a guy to provide something financially. He should also be providing spiritually, mentally, and other aspect. You shouldn't just look towards the man for financial provision. And I think that's something that certain women that focus on this, or certain women on these social media platforms that make it a known thing, are not grasping on. You should focus on, like, and I don't want to beat a dead horse about the Ebony K thing. It was basically what Ivana was saying about more about the nigga's character and morals. And then you can focus on the financial part, because if the men because that's why I say you get a lot of these women dating scammers and stuff like that. Yeah, he could provide for you financially, but y'all realize during the relationship, this nigga's character is flawed. He doesn't know what it means to be committed. He doesn't know how to communicate. He doesn't know how to make you feel. He doesn't know how to reassure you, or know how to help you with the emotional labor. But he could provide money for you because that's what he's good at. Does that qualify as a good man? No. You should find a guy who execute on all those levels. And if she feels like, and they're both millionaires, they're not losing out on the mill. Gabrielle Union was a prominent figure in the industry before D-Wade, and I think she's still doing a great job. And if that's what, and 50-50, if that's what you and your man wants to do, that's perfectly fine. I feel like when we bring up the 50-50 part, unless you have a understanding with your partner that, hey, I'm not going to work and I'm going to stay home and do the housewife thing, then yes, brother, you're supposed to cover everything. But if y'all both working, you tell me you go to school, get your master's, get your bachelor's, or work your way through any industry so you can have all this money and not contribute to nothing towards the family, I don't think so. I don't think that will sit right to you. And fellas, be more than just a financial provision. Also work on your character too. Be a man of your words. Also know how to provide for your woman spiritually, mentally. Be just more than just financial. What word I would like this to be? Be more than just being financial. Work on your character. Develop yourself. Work on communicating so you can just be more than just money bag in the relationship. Oh, shit, I'm getting better. You're slick. Ouch. I'm getting media training. I'm getting better at this.
Yeah, you know,
I'm getting better at this.
You're not as uncouth as you once were 50 episodes ago.
Hey, I'm getting better at this. I don't want to hear no more Brian hate black women. I just stood up. I'm holding men accountable. You feel me? So summer's around. So if you want to give me some coochie because of that, you see, you don't even indulge in my shit. Come on, Slick.
Nigga, I know you. I'm not even listening to your ass no more. You got too many standards.
I'm being hopeful out here. I'm not bashing women. I'm understanding. I'm listening, Slick. I am being there for women now. This is new me. This is new Brian over here. This is new B Breezy over here. We're not bashing women. We are helping women. I love you, black women. I love you women in general, but shout out to my black queens. Now, Slick, for our choose one scenario this week, to wrap up this episode, would you rather never be able to masturbate again or not be able to eat solid foods again? Choose one.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I feel like every week. So I either can't beat my meat or I can't have solid food.
Yeah, nigga, you drinking smoothies for the rest of your life.
I might just have to drink smoothies for the rest of my life.
Brother, come on now. Who else is gonna love yourself besides yourself? Yeah, come on now. Who else know your body more than you,
bro? Them days, the night she don't wanna. She just, I'm tired too, and not getting no coochie. Fuck.
Come on now. You telling me I can't beat my meat?
I'm about to say, I'm a shit.
Nigga, I love ice cream. Does ice cream count as solid food?
Nah, it's not. It's not solid. It melts.
I like soup too. Shout out to all my Haitian soup jumu in this bitch. You feel me?
I'm about to say shit. I ain't gonna. I know myself very well, so I'm not gonna stop knowing myself. I'm definitely going.
Come on now.
That's all right.
And then also I could masturbate with a pocket pussy. Oh, it's lit.
I'm about to say,
fuck with me.
Got the veganism, so you know I add the protein powder and stuff. You know, blend up my fruits, my veggies.
Get one of those like the Amazon little spinny blender shits.
It was good. I'll be straight. How long? Yeah, that's fine.
It's lit out here. I'm being my meat like it owes me money.
Absolutely.
All right, that's a great way to end it. Please follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If any branded deals, business opportunities, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. I'm the host with the most, BB's aka Poppy Size Zone.
It's your boy Slick Grayson. Y'all be great. Remember, keep those wins and losses in sight, and we out of here. Y'all be great.
Takal.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.